It's gut check time. It's fourth and goal. Time to show them what you got.
Hey, you are so not helping right now.
What's up? This is Richard Mitchell from Xbox360fanboy.com, and for Xbox Live Arcade in Brief this week, we're taking a look at Rocketmen, Axis of Evil. Now, before you get started, you have to create a character, and as you can see, there's quite a few options. You have 3 different races, different character classes. You can customize skin color, costume color, and all of that. Or you can just save a lot of time and pick the yellow alien girl. Now, Rocketmen has a pretty neat sort of sci-fi Buck Rogers feeling to it. All of the cutscenes are done in a comic book style, which is pretty neat at first, until you realize that it's also kind of boring. But thankfully you can skip them if you want.
Alec is what's important. Forget the mines.
Hey, what mines?
Once you get into the actual game proper, you realize it's just another omnidirectional shooter. You move with the left stick, shoot with the right stick. We're all familiar with them. There's tons of them in Xbox Live Arcade, so you want to know what sets this one apart. Now, before we get into that, let's get the annoying stuff out of the way first. Alright, first we have these arrows. It's a pretty standard video game convention, it's just telling you to pick a direction. The problem is you have to move all the way to the edge of the screen to activate them, which puts you right in the line of enemy fire. Second are the item boxes. Now, for some reason, someone decided that the best way to open item boxes is to stand in front of them and mash the A button like a madman. I just don't know why it's in there. It seems kind of gimmicky and really unnecessary. Not only that, but any item that uses this method makes a really annoying and unrelenting sound effect. Still, those are pretty small complaints, and the rest of the game seems to get it right. There are plenty of different weapons, they all have their own characteristics and uses. You can upgrade all of them in between levels, and in a refreshing twist, the enemies actually know how to aim. So if you're constantly moving in one direction, they will hit you. You do actually have to dodge, which is nice. One of the other nice features about the game is that it actually includes a sort of RPG system where you can upgrade all of your weapons, you can boost your own stats, you can buy secondary weapons, and it's kind of neat. You get to do all this in between levels, so you get the feeling that you're actually building a character instead of just running around shooting, which is something that separates it from other Xbox Live Arcade games. Still, at the end of the day, Rocketmen is just another omnidirectional shooter on Xbox Live Arcade. Granted, it's a pretty decent one. It's not great. The story and the voice work and all that leave a little bit something to be desired. It's entertaining, and you can go online with friends. You can play on Xbox Live, which is nice. But you just have to wonder whether or not this is really worth 800 Microsoft points. And unfortunately, the trial version of Rocketmen really doesn't give you a lot to work with. You don't really get to find out whether or not this is something you want to invest your money in. You get one solid level. You get to try your hand at creating your character and upgrading their stats and their weaponry a little bit, based on what you can earn in the first level. But unfortunately, it's just a little bit too short, and frankly, it ends rather strangely. Watch this.
That's, negative?
Well, what do I do?
Wait, what the hell? It just stopped? It just stops right in the middle of a boss fight? No fade out, no swelling music, it just stops? Well, that's gotta be a mistake. I'm sure it doesn't end like that. I'm just gonna play through this again. Maybe I accidentally quit, or something. What? Nope. It just ends like that. Just right out of nowhere like that. Okay. I'm I'm just going to put up some footage from earlier so I have something to talk over. There we go. So, summing up, Rocketmen. Omnidirectional shooter. RPG elements. Online play. Seems like a decent bit of fun. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to gauge whether or not it's actually worth 800 Microsoft points because the trial version ends so abruptly. The fact that the trial version ends the way it does makes the entire game seem less fulfilling. Imagine if, for instance, one of our videos were to just end really abruptly mid-sentence.